Hey guys, welcome to Primal Guitar. This week I would just like to do a little tribute lesson to Golan Eini. I might not be pronouncing his second name correctly, but the channel GSharpMedia, and he was basically the slash tribute guy in LA. He was the guy that, you know, was the kind of tribute slash Guns N' Roses band in LA. And I just learned recently from one of my subscribers that he passed away sadly just in the last year or two. And I must admit I was actually really quite saddened by that news, and I did a little bit of research, and it had an effect on me, because that I quite possibly would not be doing these videos were it not for that man. I'm sure some of my subscribers here are aware of him, and the reason I'm doing this lesson is because there was, in the last couple of years or so, I kind of studying that guy and being like, wait a minute, like, he's got the sound that we all love, and there was, sometimes I would have to figure out what he was saying, and in this lesson I just want to go over something that he talked about and discussed, and that is using the box, what would we call it, box 5, the fifth box. So if we're playing in A, the box that was below that. Now sometimes you would play notes in that box, and I'd be like, oh wait a minute, what's it he did there? And I'd have to slow the video down. And now I'm a little bit more advanced on that path. I would like to try and share something with you that I've kind of figured out, and it's really the use of that note. And it kind of adds to the chaotic sound. So in my previous videos I've talked about the major, mixing major and minor thirds and flat 5, but in this case what I detect, what's happening is, so it plays basically, instead of just seeing the box as an A minor, so you got it. That was always a little bit of an awkward box for me to understand and to make that sound, give that a slightly chaotic sound to it, and I was a bit unsure about how to use it. So here, what I would like you to think about is consider is the A minor is the same as F sharp major. So wait a minute, what is that right? Hold on, I've got to actually think about this myself. Yeah, sorry, forget that about the F sharp major. It's A major and A minor we're mixing, so it's again just the minor and the major. But the way to think about that is you can consider the F sharp minor pentatonic, but starting on the second note, which would be A. So that's just A major pentatonic, and you got A minor pentatonic, which is exactly the same shape, but just starting with the first finger on the first note of the box, which is, so when you're playing in this box underneath, try and be aware of the shape, but also consider it as potentially being major as well, A major. And you can mix the two together. So that means that this note, which is the kind of note that it was sometimes hard to understand how he was describing it, and you can just switch between the two, so you can have the major sound and then add in the minor sound, and then with a flat 5, so we're talking A minor here, there's your flat 5. You see what I'm saying? can just mix the two together. There, I was playing a few notes that maybe didn't make sense, but it kind of like just felt physically okay, and that is something that I was afraid of before, is to play notes that maybe didn't make sense. But as long as you have the framework of knowing the minor pentatonic, and the major pentatonic, and you can add in that note here, which I would never use before. If I was playing, I'd think, oh, I'm in minor, and I'd maybe never play that note. They kind of sound weird if you're not used to that, and you maybe not come across this information. But for me, it was kind of a bit revolutionary when I understood that myself, and I was like, wait a minute, that's what Golan was talking about. So bless his soul, may he rest in peace, and I hope this makes some sense to you if you, like me, hadn't quite understood that you could use these notes and mix the minor and the major in that way, in that position. So hopefully you enjoyed this lesson, and just a little nod to a great guitar player that you should probably check out his lessons if you haven't already, GSharpMedia, and he has a wealth of information to talk about, and I humbly attempt to follow in his footsteps, considering him as one of my teachers, and he most likely should be one of yours as well. So hopefully you like this. If you enjoyed the lesson, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in future lessons. So keep rocking.